Greetings of peace, Dr. Z here, light, love, peace, and harmony. I again wanting to share some things that I'm learning from this recertification that I've done, and today I'm going to start a series on the 5 biggest mistakes that women entrepreneurs and business leaders make about fear of failure and not meeting expectations. You know, we all have expectations, whether you're in a job, whether you have a business, whether you're a woman with a mother or a man with a family. We all have expectations on us. And, you know, when things don't seem to go the way that we think they should go or the way that we want them to go, then we have this first mistake that way down in the below the conscious mind, they believe that failure means that they're not good enough. This is a mistake that, again, may even be unconscious or subconscious because we've all been conditioned and influenced by a belief that we're not good enough. Maybe you did something different than the way that your parents did it or the way they wanted you to do it. And you interpreted that you're not good enough. Maybe you did things that didn't happen the way that the teacher wanted it or the coach wanted it, and you interpreted it as you weren't doing enough or you weren't good enough. See, I grew up in a family where there was dysfunctional love. I think most of us have experienced that. You know what I'm talking about, right? So there was frustration, there was emotional pain, punishment, and judgment. And after years of that stuff, it got into me. I began to judge myself negatively. I lost self confidence. And so, since I believed I wasn't good enough, then I thought I wasn't good enough. And since I was thinking that, then I felt like I wasn't good enough. And when it came down time to take action, guess what? My actions weren't good enough either, right? And so the results I got weren't good. Those beliefs, those thoughts, those feelings made me act mediocre. I became really good at being mediocre. I didn't want A's, I wanted C's. Sometimes I'd get a B and sometimes I'd get a D, but my plan was to have a C average. So I barely got out of high school with a 2.2 grade point average. Then when I got to college and all those thoughts and beliefs and feelings and actions followed me, I almost flunked out of college in my third year, right? Those were patterns. So that's when I met the pain of failure. And I had to do some soul searching. Anyone know what I'm talking about here? Right? The pain of failure when it looks like things are going out of control. Yeah, type in the chat, relate, if you can relate to what I'm talking about. So, if you've ever had any of those kinds of limiting thoughts and beliefs, then I want to support you now with the truth. The truth is that failure is a learning opportunity. You see, every setback is a chance to grow and a chance to improve. And when we embrace it as part of the journey, then that pain of failure, it led me to asking different empowering questions, right? I asked, what is the purpose of my life? So why am I here? It's got to be more to life than basketball, parties, and girls. And I realized that when I was 20 years old. But the first thing I learned was when you ask different questions, you get different answers. In fact, the quality of your life will be determined by the quality of your questions. Woo! Second thing I learned is that when you ask a question, then spirit will bring you an answer. In universal wisdom teachings, I found the statement that never did God create men or women or non-physical creatures except to serve him. So I discovered that my purpose was to serve, but I didn't know how to do that. Third thing I learned is that by making a couple of new decisions and creating a desire, that will lead you to results. So I desired to graduate from college. I didn't want to be mediocre anymore. Once I touched that pain of failure, I actually wanted to graduate. Desire. And then thoughts and ideas came to me that were in alignment with that desire. So I decided I'm going to stop partying and I'm going to go to the library. And I elevated my work ethic. And then I sought support from my teachers and turned them into mentors to tell me what to do and then I did what they said. The result was I got on the dean's list for the next 18 months, and then I graduated. Now, that was my formula for transforming myself decades ago. New decisions, new thoughts, new feelings, new actions, and new results. Yet, it's still the formula now. And I've been using it ever since, and it works for me, and it works for the people that I work with. So remember, failure doesn't mean that you're not good enough, but it is a learning opportunity. It's a chance for you to grow and improve if you embrace it. What do you desire to create? What learning opportunity is in front of you right now? What empowering questions can you ask? And if you embrace these truths, then you'll find the courage to overcome your fears, live with more faith, and meet your true potential and power. Do you want to learn more? Then click the link below for information on the next Increasing Consciousness class. And we'll see you next time. We'll get into the second biggest mistake that women entrepreneurs, minorities, business leaders make when it comes to fear of failure and meeting expectations. Thank you.